Do you ever feel pressure to be in line with
Yes.
things outside of that whole mission?
All the time.
Yeah, I'm like, how do you combat that?
It's hard. I just say, like, I love my family and my friends. I rant all the time. I'm not afraid to reach out and ask for help. When I was at Temple, it's funny. I was in student government, and I remember this lady, she gave me this long talk about the power of advocacy. She was like, y'all the next generation. She was like, y'all gotta advocate for yourself. And you gotta stand up for what you believe in. And since then, with the help of therapy and different mentors, I just reach out for help. So the people in my life, I talk to them a lot, and I'm very vulnerable and transparent about what I'm going through. And I think they are the people that empower me and give me the courage to, like, fight through some of these pressures that I see. I couldn't do it without them. So I would really just say the strength of my community.
Did you ever get pushback when you were trying to express yourself? Because I feel like in the beginning phases of me trying to become more vulnerable, I was being met with a lot of manipulation and gaslighting and whatever you're feeling isn't real, get over it. Do you ever feel like did you ever feel like you experienced that throughout your process of getting to this point?
I lost friends. I lost friends because of it. I started speaking a whole different language. When you go to therapy and you having intentional conversations with your family and you taking a conscious look at who you are. We talked earlier about looking at yourself in the mirror, and once you start doing that, you ain't gonna be the same no more. So it might be people that you grew up with and whatever the case may be, and once you start talking different, they start looking at you different, like, who do you think you are? You weird. I've heard friends say that to me, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I thought your content was a little weird. Like, I'm like, dang, these people I love, and they telling me that. So I've definitely lost friends from how I'm talking now, but I'll say my family was always with me. I got some good people in my life, some great mentors, and they never pushed back. So I could say from my mentors and my family members, people that raised me, I never got pushed back. It was more so from my peers, and I feel like I could deal with that. As long as I got my family, I feel like I'm good. How about you?
What was the question? I asked a whole bunch of questions. I was like, what did I even
Have you ever got pushback? Or how do you deal with the pressure that comes with
I'll start with the pressure. So I definitely feel like as a Black woman, I have to show up in a hard way at times. There's a lot of pressure to, just be okay all the time. Even me posting that video, I feel like I'm not really someone that shares my emotions, even with my friends. So for me to post things like that, it's I feel like I'm going against the grain of whatever, society feels like I should show up as.
Oh, yeah.
So, for me, it can be really challenging to not, fake it till I make it and just be as authentic as possible. Just because it really comes down to really embracing who you are and where you're trying to go, and the different opportunities that come along with that, and me not changing who I am, so just so I could get those opportunities.
Right.
So there is a lot of pressure to do that, especially because I'm a fully clothed
oh yeah
queer Black Jamaican Black woman. So how I'm showing up, I already got 3 targets against me. Black, queer, and I'm a woman. So what does that mean for me? So
triple minority.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of pressure to that capacity. So I think that's probably my biggest struggle with showing up within that realm. But I feel like it's also very empowering because you don't really see a lot of people that are Black, queer, and trying to do this and trying to be a voice for people and trying to talk about things that we don't talk about within our community. So it feels really powerful. Even though there is pressure, it's also power.
And that's something that I didn't think about, but I thought about when you were just speaking. But it's a caveat to that, to being that person, because you are in a niche space. It's not many like you. It's not many people are doing what you're doing. A lot of people rely on you in a certain way that is heavy and that's tiresome. I realized that it's not a lot of Black men that are in touch with their feelings, that are vulnerable and transparent in this way. So a lot of people be wanting to have these super in-depth conversations with me in the DMs and in my messages. And I feel like I'm the therapist to my family members and to a lot of people in my life, and that weight is heavy. So I think that's probably my biggest obstacle right now is learning how to set boundaries in my life and knowing that
boundaries.
I can't be everything to everybody.